So first of all, I'm going in with MAC's Nylon to highlight my brow bone and inner corner. And basically I do this first just so that it doesn't become dirty once we apply the rest of the shadows. So I do bring it down quite far and I blend out with the little brush. And for the inner corner I actually take it quite far in, so it's actually on my nose. And now I'm just going to miss Makeup Geek Tuscan Sun and buffing that right into the crease and up towards that highlight. And this shade is quite dusty, so it isn't as pink as I wanted it, but we are going to add more brighter pinks just to intensify it. And this is just a big fluffy brush, any brush will do really. And I'm using circular motions just to buff it in so it's nice and blended, and we're getting the outer edges too. So now for the lower lash line, I'm connecting it up to the top lash line just so it's a nice rounded eye and there's no harsh lines. And if you find this really difficult, then a good tip is to look upwards or find something to concentrate on so that you're distracted and your eye doesn't get aggravated. So once everything's nice and blended and we have a nice base, I'm going in with the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I haven't actually filmed a tutorial with this, but I'm planning one just because the colours are so unique and I do love Juvia's Place palettes. So this is the pink, and as you can see it's just a little bit more bright than that Makeup Geek shade. And I'm just doing the exact same technique. This is just with a slightly smaller brush, but I'm just putting it slightly below that other pink shade and I'm connecting it down to the lower lash line as well, just keeping it ever so slightly closer. And you can see my inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight is still peeking through, so if you're worried that when you apply other shadows it's going to get covered up, it really won't. And I also go back in with the previous brush a lot just to diffuse any edges. Now I'm actually taking the pink shade from the Modern Renaissance, but I realised it wasn't really showing up, it was quite similar to what I already had down. So I put it down anyway, but it really didn't do much. So I'm going in with Red Ochre, and again it didn't do much, it just slightly deepened it up, and I'm just using the exact same technique. And then again just going in with the previous brush to diffuse it. And now I'm going in with the brown shade in the Modern Renaissance, which is really going to pull everything together just because we haven't added any dark shades and I won't be adding any black. So I'm just placing this on the very outer corner and dragging it in through the crease. And then again I'll connect it to the lower lash line and blend everything out. This just gives it some more depth just because it was really pinky, and we are going to be cutting the crease, so it really ties everything together and it really gives that smoky effect. And then I'm just going with a clean brush just to blend this out just because it's a slightly darker shade. So now I'm taking MAC's Light Cover Up in NW15 on a Zoeva 144 brush, which is the best brush for cutting crease. And the technique I'm actually doing is I'm applying a line of that along my lash line and then look straight up, and it actually gives you the perfect guideline for your cut crease. So basically I'm just filling that in, and then I'm making sure to look straight ahead every so often just so I can see how it looks. And then if there's anything I want to change, I'm not swiping the product, I'm placing and pulling just because of the shape of the brush, it makes it really easy to continuously do that. So here you can just see I wasn't too happy with the inner corner part, so I'm just placing my brush and pulling it down towards me. Just because of the shape of the brush, it will give you a really good guideline. Now I'm taking the brush which I applied that brown shade with, and I'm just diffusing the edges so they aren't too harsh. And you can leave it like this if you want, but I actually applied some pink just to make it even softer. So this is Sugar Pill Tackle, which I think is the best white you can get. And I'm just patting that all over that concealer just to set it and so that it's nice and vibrant. So now I'm just blending out those edges again, and I'm also taking that pink shade again and just patting it right in between the brown and the white just to give me a nice soft transition. And that is the finished eye. I'm just going to put some lashes on, which are House of Lashes Iconic, and that is the final look.
Turn around, I feel the breeze over me. You watch your dreams unfold, let it come around.